Hey everybody, we meet again. So, want to give an update. We do have a rather another robust thunderstorm that's producing some 60 mile per hour winds and some hail that is just getting ready to come through Adrian in Bates County. It's moving rather quickly southeast at 40 miles per hour. Want to make sure everybody was aware of that. We have another cell over here in Henry County as well that I was watching, but this one over here in just northwest of Adrian is what kind of caught my attention. It has a pretty good little hail core, although I don't think that the hail is fully reaching the ground, but nonetheless, just northeast of Laceyville, we've got a pretty strong indicator of some hail going on right here, but the biggest threat is going to be for 60 mile per hour winds that is showing up right here. Let me show you exactly where that is here. Right in this little pocket right here, 55 to 60 mile per hour downburst winds with this cell. So definitely, this is going to stay likely just to the west of Adrian as far as the strong straight line winds. Now, Adrian got hit with some strong 55, 58 mile per hour winds here a couple hours ago with another cell to come through. So um, they don't need any more wind damage. They do have quite a few tree limbs down around Adrian right now. So just wanted to make sure everybody was aware. I did post the severe thunderstorm warning for Bates and southern Cass County. Let's put that back over to regular radar. And again, you can see torrential rainfall. And it's moving at a pretty good clip too, at about 40 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and put a time stamp on this. If I hit the right button. Oh, let's try that again. Let's try. It's there. It's there. It's a pretty small cell. So it looks like Adrian, basically right now. Ballard at 10:27, Germantown 10:39, Montrose at 10:43. If it continues the same course, so looks like it might clip southwest Henry County again. And again, that's going to be Spruce, Montrose, Appleton City. You got about 35 minutes or so before this cell comes into your play. But Passaic continues to look a little stronger. Let's take a look at hail core. So yeah, we got a pretty good sized hail core right now ongoing. Let's go right down into that hail core. So looks like that is going to be just east of Burdett is where the center of that hail core, mainly in rural areas. So excuse me, the strongest winds look like they are just west of Adrian. And again, it looks like we've got some downburst winds associated with this. Kind of pretty similar to, say, a microburst, so to speak. Um, let's jump over to a base velocity, nothing close to the surface. And that is my lightning detector going off. We do have a cell here in Henry County producing some lightning here just to the west of Clinton. But by far the strongest cell right now looks like, and again, hitting kind of the same area as Adrian. It's going to be moving on down toward Passaic and likely will stay just north of Butler. Lucky's still on the porch. So we got a brief thunderstorm went near Warsaw. Well, that was good. Got some rainfall out of it. Hopefully, Sedalia, Pettis County is starting to get into the action with the few thunderstorms up in that neck of the woods too. They're hurting on some rainfall as well up around the Sedalia area, Hughesville, Houstonia. They've got a pretty good little thunderstorm up there producing some torrential rainfall, so that's good news. And again, very, very scattered. You know, it is not like a big line of storms moving through. You know, these things, I really couldn't tell you exactly what these thunderstorms are actually working on as far as energy. You know, they're working on some little boundaries that are left over. But man, there's these things. These things are like that little engine that couldn't, um, because there's very little energy out there for these thunderstorms right now. The cold front is well to the south. They are very elevated storms. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a little bit surprising to me. But luckily, many areas in west central Missouri is picking up some rainfall. Lowry City, Osceola, Henry County, down around Stockton Lake, Humansville. They had a nice little thunderstorm come through. Osage Beach. Kind of blow that out just a little bit more. You can just see it's just dotted with little isolated thunderstorms. So Adrian just had a report of 50-mile-per-hour winds in Adrian. We got Catherine Brock. She is out. That is her location right now. 50-mile-per-hour winds in Adrian reported just now, and that came from law enforcement personnel. So still very robust thunderstorm, not quite severe wind level, but 50 mile an hour is going to rock the car. That's for sure. No, DK. Tornado threat is Zero with any of these storms. The cold front is way down here, so we don't have any kind of wind shear, so to speak, that's needed at the surface for any kind of tornado threat. So tornado threat is zero, but we still have some robust thunderstorms out there. No, Adrian don't need to take any precautions. You just want to stay away from windows. Like I said, 50, 55-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to knock some branches down off the trees and whatnot. You don't want to be standing by a window. Um, Obviously, for possibility of a tree limb or something maybe hitting the window. But yeah, you don't. It's not a life-threatening thunderstorm. It's just potential for up to 60-mile-per-hour winds. No power, 7 miles west of Adrian. I will put that down. Thanks for that report of no power. Altona just got theirs back on. You're right in that same area. Oh, that's awesome, DK. Yeah, Sedalia's actually going to be getting a pretty good thunderstorm. So this one here. It is moving to the southeast. So thankfully, Sedalia is going to get some rainfall out of this. So this thunderstorm is moving toward the southeast. So it looks like it's going to clip Sedalia. You guys should get some rainfall out of it. So that's good news. And again, this is the only, and again, it's the very isolated severe thunderstorm warning. I wasn't expecting any more severe thunderstorm warnings tonight, but this started all the way up here near Olathe, Kansas, and had a special weather statement as it entered into Cass County, and just kind of kept growing on whatever left of energy that possibly could be out there. I think it soaked it all up because I don't know what these cells are driving on right now. But this is a pretty robust little thunderstorm in Bates County right now. You bet, Michelle. No power 1 mile northeast of Adrian. Very good. They had posted that. Um, so it's now official in the local storm reports from the National Weather Service. Power outage, 50-mile-per-hour winds in Adrian. It's coming through Passaic now. And again, this might stay just to the north of Butler, but looks like kind of making a beeline down toward Pleasant Gap, Hudson, Appleton City, and Spruce here over probably about the next 15, 20 minutes. It's going at a pretty good clip, 40 miles per hour to the southeast still. Oh, I don't know, Missy. There are some thunderstorms in and around Warrensburg in Johnson County, but again, very, very isolated. So, I've yet to see a cell go across Calhoun Colcamp, Smithton. I mean, there's a lot of dry areas out there tonight. And like I said, they're just very, very scattered. But if you fall up underneath of one of these thunderstorms, you can easily pick up half to 3/4 of an inch of rain, maybe even some small hail out of the deal. Crazy. Wablo, Humansville, Collins, Wheatland, Hermitage, you guys are all going to be getting some rainfall. Much needed rainfall at that. So they did extend the severe thunderstorm warning a little bit to the southeast. Probably hear my weather radio go off here in a minute. This is going to be for southeast Bates County, southwest Henry County. And again, it's for this cell right here. Thunderstorm warning for southwestern Henry County, eastern Bates County until 11 p.m. At 10:21 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located in Butler, moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. So we just had a report come in 1 minute ago, 2 miles south of Adrian, of 1 inch hail. That's quarter-sized hail. 1 inch hail 2 miles south of Adrian. And that came in about a minute ago, and that's what prompted this extension of the severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 132 and 142. For your protection, on interior roof on the lowest level building. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 11 p.m. for the following counties. So now we're up to 70 mile per hour winds, considerable. So there is a strong likelihood that if you have subscribed to Weather Call, that you are getting a telephone call right now if you are within this polygon from Montrose, Spruce, Butler. Even though Butler is going to stay just to the north of you, you'll likely be getting a weather call if you haven't already from Weather Call, and with the message from me with a severe thunderstorm warning with a considerable damage tag with it. That's 70 mile per hour winds or greater. Put this up here. If you notice right up here, 70 miles per hour damage threat considerable. So this is for southwestern Henry County and west central Missouri, eastern Bates County and west central Missouri. Severe thunderstorm located near Butler, which just north of Butler city limits, moving southeast at 35, 70 mile per hour wind gust and quarter-sized hail. Looks like law enforcement did report the 1 inch hail, and the radar is picking up possibility of up to 70 mile per hour winds. This is going to include Butler, Adrian, Montrose, Rockville, Passaic, and Ballard. So again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning with a considerable damage tag on this cell. So, if you're in Spruce, Montrose, Germantown, Johnstown, Pleasant Gap, Hudson, Appleton City, even though you are not specifically in this warning, because you're in St. Clair County, I would still go ahead and treat this as such. Um, this is 70-mile-per-hour winds. I mean, that's considerable damage. If you have a basement, myself, that's where I would be going. Only because 70-mile-per-hour winds can do a lot of damage. That is a darn near a hurricane. So I would probably go ahead and if you have a basement, go to the basement. We've got a lot of winds, look like up here. This is probably a couple minutes delayed, but up here around Adrian, Butler, Spruce, Hudson, Pleasant Gap, Passaic, go ahead, 70-mile-per-hour winds. That is life threatening. That is very damaging winds. And it's moving fast enough right now where um, it's not, you don't have to stay there very long. Catherine, you be careful out there if you're still on this stream. You want to be careful on that rear flank of this cell. You can get some strong outflow wind from behind that cell. You're behind it, but that's not the most ideal place to be. If anything, you want to be on the southwest side of this thing, not directly behind it. You could be seeing some pretty good winds on the backside of this cell. You're good? Excellent. Checking for any more reports here. You're outside of Passaic. Okay. Yep, I see you now. So just keep in mind, too, Catherine, right here, just south. So there's our 70-mile-per-hour winds. It's coming up behind you on the backside of that cell, Catherine. So we had 70-mile-per-hour winds from law enforcement that was registered with 1-inch hail. Looked like that was likely right on I-49. So you're down here at Passaic, but just be careful because I'll put this back over to regular radar again. And it looks like off the backside of this cell right here is where those strong winds can be. So don't get yourself in a bad spot. Tim. Emergency call. Change jobs, and now you no longer care. You get a lot more sleep now, too, probably. Kyson, actually, the cell now is just to your east. So it stayed just to the north and just to the east of Butler. That's what I was kind of figuring it was going to do. So you're now good. You'll still have some gusty winds on the backside of that cell, but Butler, if you're in the town of Butler right now, you're in pretty good shape. Spruce, Hudson, Johnstown, mainly rural areas. I do believe that is 50. 52 highway that comes up through Appleton City, through Hudson. So if anybody is traveling along that highway, basically from Appleton City to Hudson, along 52 all the way to I-49, you guys are going to be under gun. Spruce. This particular cell will not affect Warsaw. This will go on down into St. Clair County. It is weakening. Let's see here. Looks like wind speed dropped down to around 40 miles per hour right now. That's good news. You're heading to Warrensburg on I-49 North. All right, be careful, Catherine. That cell over here in eastern Pettis County near Smithton, you guys are getting some torrential rains right now. Quite a bit of lightning. Nothing severe, but just some very heavy rain just to the east of Sedalia. Will do, Catherine. Possibility on that, Sierra. It's looking like this cell is beginning to weaken. It still has another 27 minutes left, but from what I'm seeing all the way around on all my different screens, it is weakening quite a bit right now. So it's heading. This cell is heading in your direction there at Montego Springs, but it is weakening. We're just going to have to see if it continues to weaken or not. You're going to start feeling the effects any minute, Haiti, in Appleton City. So, I mean, it's you're feeling something. It's probably sprinkling, showering right now, and then it continues to move your direction. But again, it is beginning to weaken somewhat, from what I can tell. Winds are greatly reduced right now. under 40 miles per hour. So that's good news. We need the rain. We don't need the wind. Just started downpour and storm in Smithton. Yeah, you got a nice little thunderstorm coming through Otterville, Smithton. It's heading on over there into let's say Syracuse, Tipton, right along 50 Highway. Good rains there. Knob Noster getting a nice thunderstorm there with some moderate to heavy rain. Lamont. Hopefully be able to get it on down to Green Ridge. So Aaron down in Green Ridge, they haven't received hardly a drop of rain through any of these little hit and miss storms since July. So like to see Green Ridge pick up a quick half-inch of rain. We've got a little cell over Peculiar, one over Lee Summit, another one just north of Kingsville, up around Pittsville, there on 50 Highway. And then, of course, we have this cell here coming through Spruce right now, Hudson. The outer bands hitting into Appleton City, Johnstown, Germantown, Montrose. Take a look at the winds again. And again, what I'm looking at right now, 40 mile per hour winds. And again, these higher wind gusts are coming from downburst. So it's not like one big sweeping wind that comes in stretching over tens and tens of miles. It's very isolated pockets that get these downburst winds that get up to, well, we had an example of 70 miles per hour just south of Adrian with a downburst wind. So I think that's what happened earlier in the evening when we had some storm reports near Adrian. We have large tree branches down. We had a wooden swing set that was knocked over. That was up there roughly around 60 mile per hour downburst winds as well. Mary, there's lots of storms out there, little thunderstorms. You don't have to worry about nothing severe in winter, but there's lots of little thunderstorms that could make its way into winter. There's a lot of these little bitty isolated thunderstorms. I can't tell you if Windsor itself, inside the city limits, there on Main Street, is going to get hit with the thunderstorm or not, but there's several of them around in the area that's heading that direction. Kind of give you guys kind of a brief look at what I look at also. I've got 6 screens that I look at, and I've got a couple, 3 different programs that I monitor when we go live. One for rotation, which I have that off tonight because there is no tornado threat, but then I have wind speeds. I also have a different radar program that I use. All this software is all part of our what your donations go toward. They're fantastic tools when we are actually tracking thunderstorms within the area. This is GR Earth, and what I'm looking at right now are for some severe winds. And we had a pretty good cluster up here right around Adrian, just south of Adrian, and it has dissipated greatly over the last about 15, 20 minutes. So That's good news, especially if you live down in the Appleton area, Montrose area. It looks like those winds have really died down, but still watching for any downburst winds. And of course, I can also go back to regular radar, check that out on this software. We can take a look at quantitative precipitation as well. So very, very useful software that we have here at Subby's Weather Talk to keep an eye out for West Central Missouri. And all that is thanks to your all donations. So pretty awesome. I'm going to say here pretty quick, it's got 20 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning. They have knocked down the wind to 60 miles per hour. It is not that real strong, life threatening 70 mile per hour winds. So it is definitely weakening. Right now, I'm not even showing 30 mile per hour winds now here on our software. So there's very likely they might allow this to expire maybe a little bit early. I don't think they'll carry it on for the next 20 minutes. It's hard for me to believe that they will. They'll probably let that go ahead and expire. And for everybody else right now, guys, we are there's several little thunderstorms still left out there. I'm kind of guessing by the 11 o'clock to midnight time frame. That's what I was talking about earlier this morning. I think most of this is going to be out of our area. And as these storms continue to sink south, they are going to continue to weaken as they go on down towards southwest Missouri. They really need to rain down in the Springfield, Bolivar, Nixa, Republic area. Unfortunately, these things are going to kind of continue to weaken as they slide south. Um, I'm not going to do what I said last time and say I don't think there's going to be another severe thunderstorm warning, because within 35 minutes another one popped up. But these storms are weakening, but there are still quite a few isolated thunderstorms out there. One in Pettis County, one up here just northwest of Warrensburg in Johnson County, and several smaller ones up by Pleasant Hill, Peculiar, Harrisonville. And then, of course, they're getting some down around the Hermitage, Humansville, Bolivar area right now. I'd say this is likely going to expire a little bit early, and then I will go ahead and end this part of the live stream. Continue to update you guys through social media platforms, but I will wait till they cancel this severe thunderstorm warning. I'll keep an eye on that cell for a few more minutes to make sure there's no more downburst winds associated with it. So, should you get out of your pool, Travis? Why is it that I envision you in your pool right now with an ice cold beverage? So it wouldn't surprise me if you were in your pool right now. Oh no, he sent a picture. Oh no. You sent it on my phone? Picture sent. Yeah, I haven't received anything as of yet. Oh, golly. There's no telling. I miss Travis. Travis was when he worked for St. Clair County, uh, MoDOT. Man, that was nice. He would tell me road temperature, tell me what the roads are looking like. Oh man, he's not my go-to guy no more. So another little cell on the backside of this one that was severe warned that again right now I'm not picking up anything severe wise with this cell coming into Appleton City, Montrose. So torrential rains, gusty winds, maybe up to 30 miles per hour, but nothing severe with this right now. I'm kind of waiting for them maybe to expire this severe thunderstorm warning early. But there is another little cell that forms on the backside of it that's going to be coming into Passaic, maybe even Butler here over the next 15 minutes. It's packing a pretty good punch with some torrential rainfall. We're Bates County's getting some rainfall tonight now. Let's see what everybody has picked up. Man, look how spotty that is. Holy cow. This is rainfall. So just south of Clinton, picking up about half to 3/4 of an inch, even an inch down in southern Henry County. Pretty much right here in Clinton, about what I have, about 2/10. Several areas of about 2/10 of an inch in isolated areas. Just north of Butler, they picked up over 2 inches of rainfall so far, just north of Butler. There's a nice little swath of 1 inch rainfall just north of Butler going east to west. So, again, very, very scattered in nature, but I think more areas in west central Missouri have picked up rainfall than what we've had over the last 2 or 3 chances that we've had. Had to dodge the tree blowing by. Come on, Travis. Oh, man. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis looks like he is in the pool. There's a tree sticking out of the pool, but by golly, he's in the pool. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Some of the people I hang around with, holy cow. So, very isolated, scattered rainfall amounts. Johnson County looks like there's a couple, three thunderstorms moving through. One is just west of Warrensburg right now. Torrential rainfall. We have this one that's coming through Appleton City right now, Montrose. And again, it has weakened considerably. So I'm still not seeing anything severe wise, even though we still have another 11 minutes. Okay, there it went. I thought we would probably see it expire a little early. It has weakened greatly over the last 15, 20 minutes. So that is the last special weather statement, severe thunderstorm warning left here on radar right now. And we do have garden variety thunderstorms out there. I will be monitoring, see if any of them might flare up like they did. But and again, I'm not going to say those words. We're not going to have another severe thunderstorm warning, but I do think most of these are going to behave themselves the rest of the night. And again, we had some reports of some strong straight line winds tonight. Adrian, unfortunately, I believe Adrian is likely the winner tonight of the most damage reports that came in from both National Weather Service as well as through our members here at Subby's Weather Talk. So I am going to go ahead and end this live stream. And 3:30 in the morning is going to come awfully early for me before I head back into Baumgart's Weather Center, and we'll do an update in the morning. This is a cold front that's moving through. We're going to see a little bit of cooling here over the next couple days, but then Friday we have that secondary cold front reinforcing cold front. We're going to have another chance to see showers, hopefully a little bit more widespread. And I don't think we're even going to get out of the 60s on Friday. It is going to be a cloudy, really cool day on Friday, and that's going to carry all the way through the weekend. The rain should be out of here Friday night and then leave us with an absolutely gorgeous weekend. So you can definitely make plans to get out, hit the antique shops. Might be a little chilly in the pool, Travis. I don't know about being in a pool this weekend, but we could see lows down into the upper 40s again as we go towards closer to the weekend. So that's all for right now, guys. Again, I'll be monitoring this in the other room, and I'll keep everybody updated if anything else should happen to pop off. But right now, we're just left with some very isolated, non-severe thunderstorms here in west central Missouri, getting some much needed precipitation. Everybody take care, stay weather aware. We'll be talking to you soon.